Hey everybody, this is Modern Refugee. I worked a little bit of a later shift today. Just got home, took a shower, changed, and wanted to share some information with you guys. Like I said, I was going to if I heard anything here. And you guys can make what you want of this information that I'm going to give you. This came from what I would call a very reliable source. I'm reading in between the lines in a little bit of this stuff, what I was told today, but none of it is good. And as I thought about this stuff and I, kind of connected the dots in my mind and moved one thing to another, I had several different scenarios that sort of came to my mind while I was, thinking about what I was told today. And this all goes back to what I told you guys about fasteners here in a few videos back. Yeah, I'm having a mick with you guys here tonight, but what I was basically told was that there is going to be a flat price increase on the fastener category from one of the larger fastener vendors that's out there, I would say. And we're talking everything from nuts, bolts, carriage bolts, lag bolts, grade 5, grade 8, washers, lock washers, stainless steel, galvanized, wood screws, self-tapping screws, bushings, any little small metal part like that. And what I was told is there's going to be an 18% price increase, and that is the average. There's some stuff that is going to go higher. There's some that's going to be a little bit lower, but it's basically going to be an 18% increase right across the board. And they are feverishly looking for domestic sources for this stuff, and they can't find anybody that has the capacity to make what they need, and it gets worse. They also are looking for someone to produce the steel that they need to make all these fasteners. They can't find a domestic source that can produce enough steel to provide for one fastener company. Okay, one fastener company. How many fastener companies are out there? How many other companies are out there that need steel domestically sourced to put out their product? And there isn't enough domestic production for one company. Tap that onto your 18% price increase, and even if they did find a domestic source for these fasteners, they still have to pay the tariff on the steel. So you can see where this is all going, and then it gets worse from there. And what I was told, the company owes the federal government right now $23 million in tariff money from when the stuff was implemented until now. So $23 million, one company. Now, this is where my mind started to jump into other scenarios. And the date that I was told today, when the implementation of these price increases that are going to go into effect are around the 1st of July. So that is sort of the time frame that they're working at. And there are larger vendors or larger companies out there that these vendors are working with that they haven't even told yet what the price increases are going to be, because they don't know how to even tell them that this stuff is going to go up that much. So you have all of this stuff going on behind the scenes while we're going about our daily lives like, nothing is going on. And as I was thinking about all this stuff today, it's beyond a perfect storm. And when I say that is all the stuff that preppers have been talking about for as long as that I have been on YouTube, stuff like shortages, hyperinflation, not being able to find what you need for critical infrastructure, layoffs, economic collapse. I could go on, grid failures. What if all this stuff took place at the same time? All because it's a cascading effect of this. A storm goes through your area and there isn't enough parts and there isn't enough material to replace the damage from the storm. Power lines, telephone poles, breakers, electrical stuff that gets damaged, weather heads on houses where power lines are tore down. And then you get into the labor aspect of it. There's never been a large layoff in some of these major, companies that get all their stuff outsourced from overseas, places like Amazon and Walmart. What if Amazon and Walmart, because of these, price increases and they got to pay and they go to automation or whatever, cut 35% of the workforce, gone, no jobs. You look at Walmart. Walmart is, the largest private employer, and there's never been a large layoff at Walmart. If a small fastener company owes $23 million in tariffs, what does a company like Walmart owe the federal government in tariffs? Think about that for a second. What if there's no spare parts? What if there's no labor? What if it causes, economic collapse? Everybody's out on the street because they don't have any jobs. They're mad. There's civil unrest. There's, political violence. All of these things are stuff that preppers have been talking about for literally, decades. And what if it all had a start point? What if something happened like, all these massive price increases going in, all these payments that have to be made that can't be made? What if a company doesn't have enough solvency to pay all this tariff money, and that forces them all into bankruptcy? Now you have all these companies being thrown back into the court system to have to go through bankruptcy proceedings, and you have, bureaucrats cutting jobs and pulling stuff. Now look, what kind of quality of stuff are you going to get? It's going to be junk. It pretty much already is junk. The stuff that they, make nowadays. Any quality thing that might last 20 years, that's just a rarity in nowadays, because everything is built to break, right? And what if it gets even worse with everything that's taken place? So what I heard today, just a small little conversation in a little small town America, in a small town, business. What I heard today really sent a shiver down my spine of the implications and the ramifications of what could take place this summer. It's bothering me. It's bothering me a lot. And I wanted to share it with you guys. You guys can do what you want with the information, share it with family and friends, whatever. But I wanted this information to be out there. And I don't know what's going to happen. Maybe it'll all get settled. Maybe the whole thing is a bluff. I don't know. But the way it's looking right now, there are some people in some pretty high positions in corporate America that are really freaking out right now. And wanted to share with you guys. Appreciate each and every one of my subscribers out there. I wish that I didn't even have to make this video, but I think that average people like you and me need to know this stuff, and that's why I'm doing it. You guys take care out there. I hear anything more, I will be talking to you. But anyway, you guys have a good one.